Hello dear students, I am Chetan Singadia from Dr. Subhash Technical Campus. You are watching the video lecture for the subject of Database Management System. Today we are going to see the roles of DBA, that is nothing but Database Administrator. In that we are going to see the roles and responsibility of DBA, and also we would like to see the users of database. Now let us see what are the roles of database administrator, that is nothing but DBA, or we can say roles of DBA. The first one is schema definition, second one is storage structure and access method definition, third one is defining security and integrity constraints, fourth one is granting of authorization for data access, fifth one is liaison with users, or we can say communication with users. So you can say liaison or communication. The sixth one is monitoring the performance, and seventh one is backup and recovery. So friends, these are the roles of DBA, or we can say roles of database administrator. Now we would like to see each these roles in detail in our upcoming presentation. Now let us understand what is schema definition. That is the first role of DBA. So the DBA has to define the schema. So let us understand first. So the DBA defines the logical schema of the database. Here the term logical schema is there. I would like to explain what is logical schema. Logical schema, it is nothing but a logical structure of the database. A schema refers to the overall logical structure of the database. What is schema? A schema refers to the overall logical structure of the database. Now, according to this schema, database will be stored required data for an organization. So what is that? According to the schema, database will be stored required data for an organization. So for organization, this schema is very much important. Now as we understand this schema definition, so we have to understand the database schema also. Now let me explain that database schema. A database schema is the skeleton structure that represents the logical view of the entire database. What is database schema? A database schema is the skeleton structure that represents the logical view of the entire database. It also defines how the data is organized and how the relations amongst them are associated. It also formulates all the constraints that are to be applied on the data. So according to the database schema, first what it will be, it will clear the skeleton structure that represents the logical view of the entire database. It also defines how the data is going to be organized, and also it is talk about the relationship amongst and how they are associated. It also formulates all the constraints. Now here these constraints is nothing but the set of rules that are to be applied on a data or on the data. A database schema defines its entities and the relationship amongst them. What is that? If we have a database schema, it also defines the entities and relationship amongst them. It contains the descriptive details of the database, which can be depicted by the means of schema diagram. Also, it is the database designer who designs the schema to help programmers to understand the database and make it useful. So here, as far as this database designer is concerned, so what is the role of this database designer? The database designer would design the schema to help the programmer to understand the database and make it useful. So the database designer is going to be develop or design the database. With the help of the database, the program is going to understand the database, and that is going to be used in particular application. Now as we already seen this three-tier architecture, in that we have also seen that there are internal schema, or we can say internal level conceptual schema, or we can say conceptual level external schema, or we can say external level. So according to the level, or according to the schema, database designer has to define the structure of the database. So this is what schema definition. Now let me explain the another roles of DBA, that is granting of authorization for data access. Now what is the meaning of granting of authorization of data? That means when the DBA determines which user need to access to which part of the database. This is very, very important. DBA has to determine, or DBA is responsible that which user need to access to which part of database. So DBA needs to define and defines the roles, or give the access to the user that he or she needs to define the particular database. Now according to this, various types of authorizations and, or we can say permissions, authorizations, we can say permissions are granted to different users. So we can say when we have a different users in our database, so there may be a different permissions are also there. Why? Because according to the access permission, DBA is give the granting authorization to each different user that he or she needs to use that part of the database. The another one is assisting application programmer. Now what is that? The DBA provides the assistance to application programmer to develop an application program. Now this is once again an important part. This is the third roles of DBA. What is that? Assisting application programmer. So DBA has another role that he or she is going to assist the application programmer. For what he or she is going to assist? It assists for provide the assistance to application programmer to develop the application program. So when we want to develop an application program, so DBA is provide the assistance, or we can say help to the application programmer to develop any application program with the help of database. So this is the third roles of DBA, that is assisting application programs. Now let us see the another role of DBA, that is storage structure and access method definition. Now let us see what is that. DBA select or chooses how the information is to be spoken in the away the database. That means which kind of storage structure and access method is going to be used by the DBA when the database is going to be accessed. So DBA is going to be select how the information is going to be used, or which access method is going to be used when we are going to use a database. So this is what the storage structure and access method definition. The another role of DBA is that defining security and integrity constraint. So let us see what is that. The DBA finds out the access restrictions to be defined and define security checks accordingly. The data integrity checks are also defined by the DBA. This roles of DBA is very much important. Here there are two terms, one is a security and another one is a integrity constraint. So DBA defines, or we can say finds about the access restriction. That means DBA is responsible that he or she needs to restrict the access of the database, that which part of the database is going to be accessed by which user. So that particular functionality is going to be defined by this DBA, and that is nothing but we can call it as a defining a security. So which data is going to be accessed by which user, and that responsibility to access the data is provided by DBA. So that is nothing but defining a security. Then another term, that is integrity constraint. What is that? So defining security checks accordingly, that data integrity checks are also defined by DBA. Now this is one of the important part. When we are talking about the data integrity, or we can say integrity constraints, it is also checked by the DBA. That means data should be safe and consistent. While when we are accessing the data, it should be integrately accessed by the particular user. So if such kind of security constraints are there, if integrity constraints are there, and we already know what is constraint, that is set of rules. So that also which is provided by a DBA. The another role that is liaisons with users, or we can say communication with users. This is one of the most important role of DBA. So what is that? Let me explain. The DBA provides the necessary data to the user. So that is the while communication with the user, DBA is going to be communicate with the user. So how they are communicate? The DBA provide the necessary data. He will see needs to provide the necessary data to the user for the communication purpose. User should be able to write the external schema using DDL. What is that? A user should be able to write the external schema, and we know what is schema. Schema is nothing but the overall structure or logical structure of the database. So here user should be able to write the external schema using DDL, and we know what is DDL. DDL is data definition language, or we can say data DDL queries or DDL command, whatever we can speak. That we already know. Now the another important part is that monitoring the performance. Now let me explain what is the monitoring the performance means. DBA monitors the performance of the system. So one of the important role of DBA is that to check the performance of the system. So that responsibility is also has that DBA, it monitors the performance of the system. The DBA ensures that the better performance is maintained by making change in physical or logical schema if required. Now this is one of the important line that DBA ensure, that means DBA keep the things that particular database gives the better performance is maintained by making little bit change in physical or logical schema if it is required. When performance is getting better, to update the few things according to the physical or logical schema, so he or she has that functions or that roles to do that. So this is what the monitoring the performance. Now another and the last role of DBA, that is backup and recovery. So what is that? Let me explain. The database should not be lost or damaged. So when we are talking about the backup and recovery, so one of the important thing is that it should not be lost or damage the data. The task of DBA is to backing up the data on some storage device such as DVD, CD, magnetic tape or remote servers. In case of failure such as flood or virus attacks, the database is recovered from this backup. So the main responsibility of this role of backup and recovery means the easiest thing is that whenever you are going to do some operation, the data should not be lost or it should not be damaged. If you want to take some backup for a database, so you should have some of the devices like CD, DVD, magnetic tapes or remote servers. Well, in case of failures such as flood or virus attacks, database is recovered from this kind of backups. So whenever some kind of failures occurs, if you have a backup, so with the help of this backup, we can take the recovery of that particular system. So this is what backup and recovery. So friend, till now we have covered this many points, that is roles of database administrator, or we can say DBA. Let me revise once again. We have covered this schema definition, storage structure and access method definition. Then we have seen the defining security and integrity constraint. We have also seen the granting of authorization for data access. We have also seen the liaison with users, or we can say communication with users. We have also understand how the monitoring the performance by the DBA, and the last role of DBA is that we have understand, that is backup and recovery. I hope you understand these roles of DBA. Now let me explain the another topic, that is difference between DA and DBA. So we would like to see and we are going to compare these two terms, that is DA and DBA, and we already know what is DA. DA is data administrator and DBA is database administrator. Now let us see the difference of DA and DBA one by one. The first point in DA, it is a person in organization who controls the data of the database. So what is the one of the important point in DA? is a kind of person in the organization who controls the data of the database. Where in case of DBA, it is a person in the organization who controls the use of the database and design. So we can say that the DA is nothing but who controls the data of the database. He or she just control the database. Well, in case of DBA, in organization who controls the use of database and design. So this is the first difference between DA and DBA. Let us see another difference. In DA, it determines what data to be stored in the database based on the requirement of the organization. So in DA, what is that? What kind of data, or we can say what data is to be stored in the database based on the requirement is going to be decided by DA. While in case of DBA, it provides the necessary technical support for implementing the database. Or we can say, well, in case of DBA, DBA is responsible for implementing the database, while in case of DA, it is going to be see that what data to be stored in the database based on the requirement, means DA is not responsible for implementing the database. So this is the another difference between DA and DBA. The third difference is the DA is involved more in requirement gathering, analysis and designing phases. Where in case of DBA, it is more involved on design, development, testing and operational phases. So this is the fourth difference between DA and DBA. The another difference between DA and DBA is DA is a kind of manager or a senior level person, where DBA is a technical person having knowledge of database technology. So this is one of the simplest and easiest point. One of the most difference between DA and DBA is he or she in DA, he or she need not to be a technical person, but any kind of knowledge about the database technology can be more good. So what is DA in this difference? First of all, DA is not a technical person, but if we have a knowledge of database technology, then it would be a good for a DA. In case of DBA, he or she need not to be a business person, but he or she should be a knowledge about the functionality of organization can be a more good. We can say if that particular person has a more knowledge of database technology and implementing the thing and functionality of the organization, that it would be a more beneficial. Here we can say that in DBA, if it is DBA, if it is not a business person, then it's okay. While in case of DA, if it is not a technical person, it's okay, and vice versa is also true. The another difference between DA and DBA is DA is a business focused person, but he or she need not to understand more about the database technology, while in case of DBA, he or she is a technology person, but he or she should understand more about the business to administer the database effectively. So friends, these are the difference between DA and DBA. I hope you understand, and this is most important question also. The another topic that we would like to see, the DBMS users. So there are 4 types of DBMS users. One is the application programmers, sophisticated users, specialized user, or we can another that is a naive user or a end user. So these are the DBMS users that we would like to see in our upcoming presentation. Now let me explain what is application programmer, or we can say what is the use of application programmer in DBMS. These users are computer professionals who write application programs using some tools. What is application programmers? These users are computer professionals who write application programs using some tools. So with the help of some tools, this computer professionals is going to be write the application programmer. So this is nothing but application programmer. So this is the one of the user of DBMS. The another one is the sophisticated users. So what is the use of that sophisticated user, or we can say what is the role of this user? This user interact with the system without writing program. That means we can say this kind of users are interact or communication with the system or use the system without writing and program. So this kind of users are not going to write the program, but they are interact with the system. So if such kind of users are there, then we can say it is sophisticated user. Another user, that is specialized user. So what is that specialized user? These users write specialized application that do not fit into the traditional data processing framework. So what is that specialized user? Let me explain once again. These users write specialized application that do not fit into the traditional data processing framework. So these are the specialized users. And the last one is nothing but naive user, or we can say end user, that is unsophisticated users who do not have a very less knowledge of database system, or we can say those who do not have the detailed knowledge of database system and the interaction with the system by using one of the application program, or we can say the simple user or a customer, like we are the user, that we can say new user or end user. So when we are using the system, so it is not required that we should have the detailed knowledge of particular system, but still we are accessing, still we are interacting with the system without writing any kind of application program. So this is nothing but new user or a end user. So friends, this is what database user. We have seen application programmers, sophisticated users, specialized user and new users. So friends, now let me revise the entire session within a few minutes. In this video lecture, we have seen the roles of database administrator status. These are the roles that I have listed here: schema definition, storage structure and access method definition, defining security and integrity constraint, granting of authorization of data access, license with users, monitoring performance, backup and recovery. So in the schema of definition, what we have seen that when we want to define the structure of the database, or we can say when we want to define logical structure of the database, DBA is responsible for that. The another important parameter that in a storage structure and access method definition, that the DBA is responsible for define the storage structure. So that means how the data, what the data is to be stored in that particular structure, and when we have a data in that particular structure, what kind of access method that we are going to use to access that data. So this is the another roles of DBA. The another important thing that we have seen, that is defining security and integrity constraint. Defining security means we are going to restrict that users, that which kind of which part of the database is going to use by which user. That means if we have a different user, then they have each user have different accessibility in a different part of database. So that is nothing but when we want to define a security, so that is once again the role of DBA. And another important part that we would like to see, that is integrity constraint. So when we would like to apply the integrity on a particular database, so that is one of the role of DBA. Another important point that we already seen, that is granting of authorization of data access. That means when we want to give the permission to the users that which part of which database is going to be used, so that permission is also going to be provided by this DBA to the different users at the different level. So that is nothing but granting of authorization for data access. Then also another important point, that is a license with users, or we can say communications with users. So DBA is responsible in while we want to communicate with the users. So DBA is give that functionality. DBA is ensures that communication with the users. If any kind of difficulty is there in a database on the performance of the system, or we can say in a database or a structure point of view, so DBA is communicate with the user to solve the particular issue. The another important role is that while executing a system, if you want to measure the performance of the system, so the DBA is going to monitor the performance of the system. Then the last one role that we have seen, that is backup and recovery. the DBA is ensure that there should be some backup in case of some failure are there. So DBA has some devices, something like CD, DVD, magnetic tape, or remote servers, where where DBA is going to be take the backup of database. So while if any kind of failures are there, so if you want to recover the particular database, so when we have a such backup, so with the help of that backup, we can recover the database. So friends, these are the roles of database administrator, or we can say roles of DBA. We have also seen the DBMS users. These are the DBMS users that we already understand. That is application programmer. That is the person or the programmers that who is going to write the application program. Using some tools, we can say that is application program. Sophisticated user, the person is going to be interact the system without writing writing a program. That we can call it as a sophisticated program. Users, sorry, not program, users. And a specialized user, the person is going to be use the system with some particular portfolio, that we can call it as a specialized user. Then another, that is new user or end user. The person is going these kind of users are using the system, but they do not have the much knowledge of database technology or database system. So till now we have seen roles of DBA, DBMS user, and also we have seen the difference between DA and DBA. And these are the difference that we have seen. This is the first difference, then second difference, then we have seen the third difference also. After that, we have also seen the managerial difference and technical person difference. Also seen this technical person or with the help of functionality oriented difference. So these are the differences that we have seen in the DA and DBA. So at the last, let me recap very fast this video lecture. We have seen the roles of DBA. So these are the roles of DBA that we already understand. Also we have seen the DBMS users. These are the users of DBMS. And also we have seen the difference between DA and DBA, that is nothing but data administrator and database administrator in a prescribed description. So I hope you understand this video lecture. Thank you all.